Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a journal flip through. This is my first time doing one of these videos where I am rambling on and off, unscripted, and to be honest, I'm not very good at just talking linearly and knowing what to say, so this will be a little bit all over the place. I hope it's not too all over the place. I will try my best to make it make sense, and I will have a lot of trouble editing this, but I thought it would be best to walk you through my setup real time while I flip through it, and I can point out specific things. So yeah, let's get started. The planner that I'm using this year is a Hobonichi Weeks, and I just got the black cover with like the little checkerboard like print on it. So on the front cover, I have a sticker from Mochi Panko. This is really cute because on one of my Hobonichis a couple years ago, I also put a sticker from Mochi Panko, so I think that's really fitting. And then on the back, I have a bit of a green theme going on. I can't exactly remember the artist off the top of my head, but if you're interested in any of them, then let me know and I'll try to find it for you. But yeah, that's what I have. And then I also have a little bit of a like bead thing at the bottom of one of my ribbons. I don't really know how to explain it, but I attached this bead because I thought it was really cute. And I had like a star charm on this one, but then it got ripped out when I was pulling it out of my bag and I never put it back on. So I don't think I'll put it back on because it'll just get ripped out again. But yeah, and I guess we can get started on the inside. So on the inside cover, I just glued in this image. This is from the manga called Wonder Cat Q-chan, and it's just about this guy who adopts this cat, and it's like their daily life together, and it's like the sweetest thing I've ever read. I love reading it whenever I'm feeling down. It reminds me about taking every day by day and trying to find the little joys in life. Next, I did a little bit of deco because of course I had to do some deco. These two characters are from another manga called Ikoku Nikki, or I think in English, Diaries of a Witch. This woman, she's like an introverted author, and she takes in her niece after her parents die. But it's just about them trying to figure out how to be a family together, how to live together and understand each other better. Okay, next is the year at a glance. 3 years at a glance, I guess. Clearly I don't use this because I haven't done anything to it at all, and I don't plan on using it. I just don't look back to this, but I know some people cover it to use this page for something else, but I like how it looks. I just don't use it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, next is the year at a glance, and I just use this as my health tracker. I just have these simple symbols for me to like really quickly notate important things because these boxes are really tiny. So yeah, the symbols are really helpful. So I have a happy face for if like a day is especially really good. I have a sad face for if a day is really bad, and then I put a star for whether, just to like track when I'm being active, because that's one of my goals for this year, is just to be more active. And then just the light period tracker situation. Yeah, that's all. And then sometimes I'll just write in extra things if I have other like health symptoms going on, or if I'm sick, or if I have doctor's appointments, I put that all here. For a while, I didn't know what I wanted to do with this page because I don't need it as a calendar for weekly things, and also even for like my daily schedule, I use Google Calendar, and I just have all of my events, like future events and daily time blocking and stuff. So I didn't know what to do with this for a while, but then I had an idea and it's been working out really well. So what I've been doing with the weekly pages is just writing one thing that was really good about the day. And this is a way that I can, in the moment, reflect on my day and remember to like be present in the moment. And then the other side to it is that in the future, it's really nice way to have a glance and see like all the fun things I was doing in my life. And then the final thing is that a lot of the times I find myself not remembering what happened. So this helps me remember things and also helps me not feel like time is just zooming by. Clearly, I am not great at filling it out every day. Some days I do go back and fill in, but I can only go back like maybe at most 2 or 3 days. Any more than that, I cannot remember, which is why I need this. So yeah, I have some blank days, but that's okay. I think that that's fine. I still think that it's really working for me, and I'm just trying to make it a habit. This was December. This one was January. Again, we have empty spaces, but that's okay. This one's purple, and I really love this one. This is February right now, and I also really love this. I really love like how I'm decorating these spreads so far. And I got really excited and I started decorating for March, even though it's not even close to March. But yeah, March is gonna be like a light pink and green theme. Okay, so that is all for the monthly pages. Let's get into the weekly pages, which is like the bulk of this book. So if you've never seen a Hobonichi Weeks before, the setup of the weekly pages essentially is on the left side is the days of the week, and then the right side is just like a blank grid page. Oh, ouch, I bumped my head. Oops. And I really love this layout. Ever since I got a Weeks a couple of years back, this is the layout I've been using even when I've moved into other notebooks. I've just been using it in a pretty simple way. I mean, it doesn't look that simple because I like to do like decorations and stuff, but the system is really simple. On the left side, I just write tasks, events, and notes that are relevant to really specific days. And then on the right-hand side, I have a to-do list, which takes up majority of the space. Then I have a little section where I write things that I really love that week, and this is one of my favorite things to look back on. I write like any songs I love, books that I'm reading that I really love, movies, shows, YouTubers, anything like that. And yeah, it's really fun to look back on to see what I'm consuming at the time. And then something that I add on in some of my more recent spreads is also like an upcoming section, so I can see what's going on the next week. But yeah, these are my spreads so far. So that's what I have going on for the weeks. Now let's move on to the back section, the notes section. And on the front, I have Yona from Yona of the Dawn. I love her. If you never watched or read Yona of the Dawn, I recommend you watch it right now. It's like one of my favorite things in the entire world. So I put her there because I love her so much. Yeah, in the first couple pages is just some like yearly things that I do in all of my planners. So on the left side is my more and less list. This is what I like to do instead of writing any New Year's resolutions or goals, because I think those are intimidating and I never follow through with them. But more or less lists are a lot more like flexible, more lenient. They feel a lot more casual. On the right hand side, I have my techo kaigi. It's like a term that's being used like everywhere in the planner community, and I think it's cute, so I wanted to do my own. First one up is my weeks, obviously. It's the book I have right here. And then I have my like journal. I wrote creative journal, but it's just that journal that you see in a lot of my videos. It's like an anime journal, a reading journal, a random journal, like literally whatever. Then I have a diary, just like a personal long form scribblings. And finally, my notes app on my phone. I count this in my techo kaigi because I think it has a lot of really important collections and lists of mine. So yeah. Okay, on the next page, this is my pen test page. So on the left side, like any pen that I'm planning to use, I usually just test it in here first. Here is my fountain pen page where anytime I use a new ink, I write it down here. And I actually have a new ink, so let me just like add that in really quick. Whenever I fill my pen with an ink, I'll just write it down here. I write the brand, the color, and the pen that I have it in. And I left this page blank just in case I have more pens or more fountain pen inks to try out. And then this is what I named rituals. Very fancy, but essentially it's just what people call like habits or systems instead of habits. I just think rituals feels kind of like witchy and whimsical, so I like it better. But yeah, it's just my daily routines. I'll have my daily routines weekly, quarterly, and yearly, and I haven't fully filled this out yet. I'm still like working it out and trying to figure out what I want best, but yeah, I think it's nice to have. And I think like I love the color palette I have here. I don't typically do orange and blue together, but I love these cat stickers. I'm running out of them soon, but I really love these cat stickers. And then also these star sticker things. And then the next couple of pages are just whatever notes things. It's just like whatever notes and projects and things. So they don't look very nice, and they're just like for me. I have a scribble page, and then here is my grid spacing chart, which is really, really useful. I haven't filled this out, but I think this is kind of funny. Measure things based on your own measurements. Yeah. Favorites, that'll be at the end of the year. Ooh, my 100. Okay, this is like one of my favorite things in hobonichis. I only started doing this when I got a hobonichi, and it's like, I love it. I use this as like my media tracker, so any media that I finish, whether it's a book, a show, movie, manga, webtoons, any of those kinds of things, I put in here. And then I just have two simple symbols. There's this like little checkbox on the side here. If I really, really enjoyed it, then I'll put a little heart in the checkbox. If it's something that I decided to rewatch or reread, then I put like a little dot in the square. And I think that is all there is to this journal. This is the check-off sheet. I always forget to do it, so it's not up to date, but it's kind of fun. I added this little sticker of a snake because it's the year of the snake this year, and I put the pocket back here, and I have like some cutouts of things that I'm needing to use, which yeah, I'll find a place for eventually. And I think that's it. Hello again, it's present day me, and since this video took so long to come out, I thought I'd do a mid-year check-in and update you on how I've been using it, if there's any changes, anything I like or dislike about it, things like that. Sorry if the audio is not great. I'm just using the phone audio because I just wanted to quickly throw this in here at the end. So the main difference you'll see is that I now have this journal cover, and this is something that I made out of just some materials I found around the home, mostly to protect the journal because it does have a bit of damage. So yeah, let me take this out and I'll be able to show you what I mean. So the main damage is on the spine here. The spine is cracked along here and along here as well. It is actually cracked along the entire length of the spine on both sides, but I have it taped up with some electrical tape, which has been holding it together quite well. I just didn't want to tape over the 2025. The spine did start cracking pretty early on. I think it's just the material, since it's this kind of like papery material. The corners and the edges also have a little bit of damage, but that's pretty expected, that's pretty normal, but I didn't expect the spine to break down that fast. But again, with the tape, it's been holding up perfectly. The tape isn't peeling off or anything, so it's still fine, and the tape matches quite well, so I don't really care. But just so you know, if you buy a hobonichi weeks, this kind of, I don't know what the material is exactly, and I don't know what they call it on the site, but to me it feels like a papery type of material. Other than that, I think that's my only complaint about the book so far. I've been really enjoying using it, and I've been using it about the same way as I explained earlier. Okay, so yeah, the monthly spreads, this is where I am right now, and there were a couple of months where I didn't really use it all that much, but I am back in the habit of doing it, or trying to get back into the habit of doing it. And I still think it's a great way to use the monthly calendar if you don't use it for planning. Then for the weekly spreads, I'll quickly flip through them. I think this is where I left off, so let's just flip through from here. As you can see, there are some weeks that I didn't use the journal, or I didn't use the planner too much, and that just happens as part of life. But I still really enjoy using it. This is the week I'm on currently, so that's it for the weekly layouts. And then for the extra memo pages at the back, I've just added some extra things, brainstorming things, project planning, things like that. And yeah, nothing else is really different. I added this orangutan sticker and then I also added this little plant pot sticker. If you're still here at the end of the video, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!